Hi there, Grape Shot here with another game of Mechabellum. Sweet. And today we're going to be battling against Woot. That's fun. I don't have a great record against Woot. He does lots of very cool plays, but let's see what we can do. Supply Specialist is offered. This seems pretty good. Fire Badger Specialist definitely also a consideration. I think I have a slight preference for going Fire Badger Specialist. I know Woot takes Giant and Aerial Specialist pretty highly, and I think this starting configuration is going to be a lot better against those than others. And yeah, we do get the Aerial Specialization, so I'm going to guess pretty heavily we're going to be facing off against a boat in the early game. And I kind of almost want to go turn 1 Fire Badger. I mean, I guess I should go Crawler. I'm going to be going turn 2 Fire Badger pretty heavily. Could do something like this. There's also the consideration if our opponent ever attacks this side sneakily, because our units are really slow. I think the opponent is much more likely to attack on this side though, and I mean it's somewhat costly if we guess wrong. We'll have to end up putting a lot of levels into that tower by the end of the game, but I think that's a risk that we're willing to take here. We even do more of a flat crawler like that. Okay, lots of chaff coming out. We did guess correctly which side the opponent would start on. Would have been a little bit unfortunate if we had guessed wrong there, so happy to see that. But this is going to be a tough turn 1 for us without us being able to purchase any chaff flare. We could have obviously gone for... it looks like we're actually going to be fine. We could have gone for going Arclight or something temporarily, but that just doesn't seem like a good use of net worth. And the fact that our opponent set up kind of defensively with the Fangs ended up being really nice for us, letting us get a turn 1 victory. We see Stormcaller, Vortex, Void Eye. I mean, the Phantom Ray seems pretty reasonable for us. We don't have the luxury of unlocking aerial units on our own, and our opponent has set up pretty defensive looking Fangs. So I think I will go for this. Definitely going to be needing this Fire Badger right off the bat. I kind of want... So I want to line this up with this Crawler, but it needs to be a little bit further forward than that. We probably just want to level this tower. I guess putting... I mean, let's purchase a Fang. Well, our opponent's going to just go Phantom Ray over here like so often. You know what? Maybe I'll do this. I made this play in a game I played yesterday, and it worked out pretty well. And just in anticipation of the opponent placing their own Phantom Ray on this side at a high percentage of the time. The reason I was more hesitant to do this this game was the opponent is a lot less likely to make that play when their aerial specialization, so they're getting a less good deal on unlocking the Phantom Rays. But that play will similarly work against any sort of aerial move they might make. And I'm pretty likely to just take Marksman Specialist when my opponent's going into Double Phoenix here. It's pretty hard for our opponent to punish us when they're aerial specialization and have already used 2 aerial deployments, so feeling pretty good about using that as one of my early attacks. And we get a level up on our Phantom Ray. I'm a huge fan of taking these level ups. They just are always so phenomenal. Rhino drop gets offered, so does mass-produced Sandworm. I'm not as confident as I was in the last game where I played this that my opponent would take the Rhino drop. Mass-produced Sandworm, I think, is something they'll definitely consider. I'm going to go for the defensive Rhino this time around. And probably a Fire Badger on this side is going to be good. Maybe even just right here. I mean, this isn't doing nothing. So I'm gonna wait a turn on this because I want to get another Fire Badger down for sure this turn. Like here. I think we're pretty likely to face off against Wasp soon. Maybe a Fang like up here will be pretty good. Similarly, I don't mind putting like a Fang on this side. Just to be a little bit more insulated against Wasp plays that our opponent might make. Okay, so it's gonna be a Fire Badger, Scorching Charge name. That's not too scary, so we'll go into Hacker, Fire Badger, Hacker, Fire Badger, Marksman will be our comp. And we'll do Anti-Air Marksman. And our opponent took additional deployment slot. Also not too scared of this play. But I think I'll probably prioritize the Anti-Air Marksman a little higher than the Hackers. We can go 2 Hackers and a Marksman. And if we do that, we don't get our tech this turn. Well, if I'm not getting the tech, then I'd rather just go for 3 Hackers. And take this level or take damage. I think probably taking the level up is going to be more important. Well, let's actually take HP. HP is seeming pretty useful against what we're facing up against. So, what happened here, almost certainly, let's actually pull up the stream. I'm guessing that when he saw me deploy 3 Hackers, he was so angry that he immediately surrendered. All right. Well, I don't know if I'll keep this video or not. How to beat Woot. Purchase Hackers and have him concede.